So, hello, good afternoon, students. So, welcome to the Avandi classes. So, Pune students, welcome to the class. I hope others will also join fastly. Then we will start the class. Okay. So, I hope you remember the name of the chapter, right? So, we will simply say GOC, General Organic Chemistry. In that, we are studying about IUPAC nomenclature. So, what is IUPAC? That is a head organization, right? Okay, good. So myself, Roshid, I am program associate in Avanti Fellows. Okay. So before starting, okay, one more JNV has joined. Okay, good. So let me launch the poll. Okay. So I'm launching the poll. If technically everything is fine, give the answer yes. If there are any issues, let me know. We will resolve that and we will start the class. So I have started the technical check for you. Okay, good. So you're participating. Great. That's great. Okay. So no issues at all. Okay. No and yes. Great. Okay. Great. So, okay. I hope everything is fine. We will start it. Okay. Good afternoon, you two friends. You have also joined. So I will ask you some questions. You have to give me the response. That's very important. In the chat box also, you can type it in YouTube live chat or in Zoom class. Okay. So I'm ending the poll here. Then so everything is fine. We will start it. So we are studying about the organic chemistry. So we will start the things. So before starting today's topic, we have to recall the things what we have studied in the last class. So do you remember what we have studied in the last class? So we are studying about IUPAC nomenclature. So we have to name an organic compound. So there are certain rules to name an organic compound. So what are the rules? So like Virat Kohli. So last class we have written Mr. Virat Kohli. So Virat, that is our word root. So word root means we have to count the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. Then after that, Mr. That is our prefix. Kohli, that is our suffix. After Virat, we are writing Kohli, right? So primary suffix means that is single bond, double bond, triple bond. So we are using that for primary suffix. Then what about secondary suffix? Secondary suffix that is used for functional group. There are a lot of functional groups in organic chemistry. We will study all these one by one. Then what about this prefix? So primary prefix means some cyclo compounds, ring compounds are present. We will use the term cyclo. We will study about this cyclo in the next class. Okay. So today word root, primary suffix, secondary suffix, we will first deal. Then after that, this secondary prefix, substituents or branches, they are known as secondary prefix. Okay, I hope you remember all these things. SP, PP, word root, PS, and SS. These are the order. Okay, so let us start. So our first thing, that is our parent carbon chain, which is the longest carbon chain. Okay, so we have to identify the longest carbon chain. We have already studied how to count the number of carbon atom, which is the longest chain. So there's an example for you. So you have to count the number of carbon atoms and identify which is the longest carbon chain. So can you do it? Is it like this or coming like this and going down? So which is the longest carbon chain? So let me count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here, I can go downwards or like this straight line, right? So next one, I'm going like this. So 6, 7, 8, 9. If 9 carbon atoms are present, we can use the word root non, right? Then, sir, if we count like this, will we get the longest carbon chain? Let us check it. So I'm again counting it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is like your mathematics class, first standard mathematics class. 6. Then I'm coming downwards. 7, 8. There are only 8 carbon atoms. So which is the longest carbon chain? So can you tell me the answer? First one or second one, which is the longest carbon chain? In the chat box, you can see. Agash, welcome Agash. So you have to tell me the answers in the chat box. So which is the longest carbon chain? First one or second one? First one, 9 carbon atom. Second one, only 8 carbon atom. So we can say which is the correct answer. So we can say The first one, that is 9 carbon atoms are present. That is our longest carbon chain. What about the second one? It is not the longest carbon chain. Okay, so this is the first rule. Identify the longest carbon chain in the molecule. I hope that is clear to you. Then we have to move to the next rule. So what is that next rule? So there are so many branches present, right? This is the longest carbon chain, parent chain. So what is written here? The numbering is done in such a way that the branch carbon atom gets the lowest possible number. Okay, so this is our first branch. This is our second branch. So we have to again number the parent carbon chain in such a way that our branches are getting lowest possible number. So this is my left. I am writing it as R, L and R. From left to right, I am counting. So 1, 2, 3 again, mathematics class. So this branch will get number 2. Okay, this will get number 6. Okay, 2 and 6. Then again, so I have left, I have right. From right to left, I am numbering. So this branch will get number 4. Then what about this? Number 8. So it's the lowest possible number, 2 and 6 or 4 and 8. So you can tell me 1 or 2, which is possible. So of course, the first one, 2 and 6. So lowest number. So second one, 4 and 8. That is not correct. So we are not numbering like that. So we have to number from left to right. Then our branches will get lowest possible number. This is also known as lowest locant rule. So first one is correct. Second one is wrong. Okay. So you have to always do like this. Numbering the parent carbon chain, our branches should get lowest possible number. So that is our rule number 2. Then some more rules. So what is the rule? So we have to name the branched chain alkanes. So initially straight chain alkanes, we have numbered that. Now branches are coming. So how to give the number for the branches? So read the point, names of alkyl groups. We have studied what is this alkyl group. From methane, we are getting methyl group, right? So CH4 we have, then I am removing one hydrogen. Then I will get CH3 group, one free valence ester. That is our methyl group. So name of alkyl group attached is a branch. So this is our branch. So primary suffix or prefix. So branch, if branch is present, then it is written before our word root. That is primary. Or I can say prefix before the word root. That is prefix. Primary or secondary, we will study. Okay, we have already studied. I will give you information about that. So name of the alkyl group attached as a branch are then prefix to the name of the parent alkyl. Then we have also mentioned, we also have to mention the position of this branch. Okay, so here we have a methyl group. So we have a methyl group. Here we have a ethyl group. So you can count the number. You can give the number to the carbon. So we will get the lowest number. We have to select that. So here in the second position, we have methyl. Then sixth position, we have ethyl group. So how to name this organic compound? So methyl or ethyl, which one should be placed first? So again, your lower classes. So you know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So you have to follow that. So alphabetical order, M or E, which one is first in our alphabetical order? Of course, what a simple question, right? So E is first. So we have to write ethyl. Then we also have to mention the position of this ethyl group. So how to write that? So in the sixth position, we have ethyl, 6 hyphen ethyl, then again hyphen. In the second position, we have methyl group. So methyl. Then last, what is that? Word root. Word root means we have to count the number of carbon atoms in the longest carbon chain. So how many carbon atoms? That is, there are 9 carbon atoms. So word root, that is not. Then is there any double bond or triple bond? No, only single bond. So we are using nonane. So the name of this organic compound is 6-ethyl 2-methyl nonane. Yeah, first one. Yeah, correct. You two friends, I'm getting some response. So soon, friends, you can also give me the response, which is the correct answer, which is the wrong answer. So which chain we have to select. Okay, so this is second rule, ethyl and methyl. There are 2 branches, so we have to go for the alphabetical order. That is, E comes first. So write 6-ethyl first. So again, one more rule that is completed. After studying all these rules, then we can easily nomenclature. We give name to any organic compound. So first study the rule, then after that, do any question. Okay, so 6 ethyl. Then second position, methyl group. Then numbers are separated using hyphen. Then methyl and word root. There is no gap between this methyl and nonne. That is also important. Okay, in the options you will get, but in CBSE exams, you have to write the name of the organic compound. So you have to write correctly. Good. So I hope up to this it is clear. So one more point, if different alkyl group, that is ethyl, methyl. So you have to go for the alphabetical order. Ethyl comes first. Okay. Then if two or more identical substituent groups, identical means that is same. Suppose in our organic compound, there are two CH3 group. That is, there are two methyl groups. There are two ethyl groups. Then how to give numbers to them? So if two or more identical substituent groups are present, then numbers are separated by commas. So what is this? We are not understanding. So let us go for an example. So names of identical substituents are not repeated. Suppose one methyl, second methyl. We won't write methyl, methyl two times. Chemistry people, we have to reduce that, right? So how to write that? If there are two methyl groups, I will use dimethyl. Then tell me, there are three methyl groups. How can I write it? That is trimethyl. There are four ethyl groups. I can call it as tetraethyl. Then if there are five methyl groups, I can call it as pentamethyl. Otherwise, we have to write methyl, 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 methyl. So that is not good. So we don't have that much time for that. So we have reduced that, right? So we have to go for an example. So first, identify the longest carbon chain, then give the numbers, then our branches should get lowest possible number. So you know how to number this one. Then check it. Second position, we have a methyl group. In the fourth position also, methyl group. There are two methyl group. So I have to write 2, 4. These are the numbers. These are the position of two methyl group. So these numbers are separated by commas. Then hyphen. Then I have dimethyl. So that is our dimethyl. 2, 4 hyphen dimethyl. Okay. So the name is 2, 4 dimethyl. After that, we have to count the number of carbon atoms, which is a parent chain. So there are 5 carbon atoms. 5 means word root is pen. There are no double bond, triple bond. So we are using 8, pentane, 2, 4 dimethyl pentane. That is the name of this one. So one more example for you. So we have second position, we have two methyl groups. So will you write methyl, methyl two times? No. Why should we write like that? So we can write 2, 2. So I can write it as 2, 2, then dimethyl. Then one more substituent is present. Who is that? In the fourth position, I can see again one more methyl. Okay. So how to write? We have to write 2, 2 dimethyl, then 4 methyl separately? No. We can write it together. So we have to indicate the position. So how to write that? 2, 2. Then these numbers are separated by commas. 2, 2, 4, then hyphen. There are 3 methyl groups. So trimethyl. Then what we have to check? The number of carbon atoms in the longest carbon chain. So how many carbon atoms are present? JNV Nasik, okay, JNV Aravali, JNV Srikakulam, Rajkot, okay, fine. I hope you are understanding the things. Then 5 carbon atoms, that is pent is a word root. Then not double bond, not triple bond. So we can say pentane, that is a word root. So 2, 2, 4, trimethyl pentane. Next one. So you have to tell me the name of next organic compound. So what is the name of next organic compound? So can you tell me? So in the chat box, I'm waiting for the answers. So what is the name of this one? Actually, I have counted the number of carbon atom. There are 7. We can use a word root. Okay. Then substituents or branches are present. So you have to number. You don't have to number. I have already numbered that. You have to just write the name of that. So you two friends, I'm waiting for the answer. So I will give you some hints, right? So third position, this is methyl or ethyl. So here we have an ethyl group. Then fourth position, I have 2 methyl group. Yeah, I'm getting answers. Yeah, correct. Yeah, great. JNV Srigakulam. Okay, right. So there is ethyl, there is methyl. So we have to go for the alphabetical order. So if we have ethyl and dimethyl, so this methyl, that is a simple substituent. It is not complex. So in the case of simple substituent, this di, tri, tetra, we are not considering that in the alphabetical order. So no need to consider this D. So we have to go for M. So we have to check M, E. So in alphabetical order, E is first. So in third position, ethyl group. So we can write 3-ethyl. Then after that, there are 2 methyl groups in the fourth position. So 4, 4. The numbers are separated by commas. 4, 4, 2, right? So dimethyl. Then how many carbon atoms are present in the parent carbon chain? There are 7. So what is the word root? Hept. Then use 8. So the name of this one is 3-ethyl 4,4-dimethyl heptane. So the answer is given by JNB Srigakulam students. Great. So I need the participation. So it is all about the practice. The more you practice, you will get good marks in the entrance exam as well as CBSE. So no need to differentiate the CBSE entrance exam. It's all about the subject. It's about chemistry. So you have to study the basic things, then you have to apply. So descriptive, one, you will get the options. You have to select from the options. There are advantages as well as disadvantages for both the things. So that is about nomenclature of branch chain alkanes. How to write it, how to write the position of the branches. So if it is clear, we can go for the next rule. So nomenclature, again, nomenclature of branch chain alkenes, we are studying about that. If 2 substituents are found in equivalent position, the lower number is given to the one coming first in the alphabetical listing. Difficult, very difficult to understand these things. So what to do? So we have to take an example. So this is our organic compound. So I can say left to right, I'm numbering. Okay. So third position, you can see which group, methyl or ethyl. Ethyl group is present in the third position. Then in the sixth position, there is methyl group. Then sir, what about numbering from right to left? Okay, let us try it also. So from this side, I'm numbering. So third, this one is sixth. So which one I have to consider? 3 and 6, 3 for ethyl, 6 for methyl, or 3 for methyl, 6 for ethyl. Confusing. So what is given here? The lower number is given to the one coming first in the alphabetical listing. So we have ethyl, we have methyl. So which one comes first in alphabetical order? Of course, ethyl. So this ethyl should be numbered. So first, we should get the lower number. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. JNV Srigakulam students. Great. You are doing a wonderful job. So I need this kind of students participation. I know other JNV students, they are observing, they are seeing the classes closely with all the focus. Maybe you are not able to type the answers. Okay, you have to write the things in your notebooks. What are the rules given? Okay, I'm again getting answers. Great enthusiasm. That's great. So 3-ethyl. So we have to give lower number for ethyl. So I will get 3-ethyl. Yeah, JNV Srigakulam students, great. Then sixth position, there should be a methyl group. So what is the name? Already I got the answer. So there is 3-ethyl, then 6-methyl. The number of carbon atoms in the parent chain, 8. 8 means what's the word root? That is oct. Then you have to add 8. So 3-ethyl, 6-methyl octane, that is a name for this one. Then what about second one? Is that correct? No, the first one is correct. The second one is absolutely wrong. Okay. Then next rule. What is the next rule? So we have to go for the next rule. So the carbon atom of the branch that attaches to the root alkane is numbered 1. So we can see this is like a branch or a substituent. So this valency will be attached to the parent carbon atom. So how to number this branch? So this is a free valency. So we have to start numbering from this carbon. So how to number? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again, there are some branches present. Okay. So this is our methyl group. This is our one more methyl group. Do you have to write it twice? No, we can use the term di. So I can say this is a complex substituent. This is a complex substituent. So why it is complex? Actually, this is the parent carbon chain. That itself is a branch. So in that branch, again, two small branches are attached. So I can call it as a complex substituent. What is the simple substituents? Like CH3, C2H5. They are simple substituents. Normal propyl, they are simple substituents. This is a complex substituent. So how to name that? So I can say there are two methyl groups. So 1,3-dimethyls. So this is 1,3-dimethyl. Then number of carbon atoms. There are 4 carbon atoms in the parent chain. Is that butane? No. There is a free valency. So it is a butyl group. So the name of this one is 1,3-dimethyl butyl. So complex substituent. We will study more things about our complex substituent. Okay. So very simple, right? So the carbon atom. So this is a naming. The real naming starts from here. So here we have an ethyl. We have an ethyl group. Here we have some complex substituent. How to name this complex substituent? So numbering, that is already done by me. So you have to just name this complex substituent. Simple substituent. I know 3 ethyl. No need to worry about that. How to name this complex substituent? Can anyone tell me the answer? How to name that? So from where we have to start the naming? So this valency is attached to the parent carbon atom. So we have to start naming from that carbon. So 1, 2, 3. Then I can say there are 2 small substituents present in this. That is first position and second position. There are 2 methyl groups. So I can say 1,2-dimethyl. Then what about the position of this complex substituent? It is present in the 5th carbon of the parent chain. So we also have to include the number 5. So we can name this complex substituent as, so this is the name of the complex substituent. So 5 is the position. Then we have to name it. We have to write it inside the bracket parenthesis. So 1,2-dimethyl. So that is the branches in the complex substituent. Then 1, 2, 3. So that's a propyl group. So 1,2-dimethyl propyl. Then what is remaining? So we have ethyl. Okay, one more doubt. So we have D present here. So we have E present here. So last case you said di, tri, etc. is not considered in the alphabetical order. So that is about simple substituent. So what about complex substituent? In the case of complex substituent, so we have to consider this D also. Then we have ethyl group and a complex substituent. So D comes first in the alphabetical order. So first we have to place this complex substituent. Okay, so that is all about simple. This is our complex. So we have to consider D. Then if it is tri, we have to consider T. Okay, tetra, again T. So simple substituent, complex substituent. So this is the name. Then finally, number of carbon atoms in the parent chain, 10. 10 means what is the word root? Dec. Then you have to add 8. So that is the answer for this one. So from here onwards, real naming starts. So you have to observe, you have to listen to the class carefully. Okay. So next one, what about the next one? So what is waiting for you? So we have studied some alkyl groups. Okay. So we have iso group. Yesterday, we have discussed the NEET previous year question. What is isobutyl group? Then neopentyl group we have studied. So iso and neo, if they are coming, then we have to consider the I and N while writing the name. So while considering the alphabetical order, so we have to consider I of iso, then N of neo. Okay, suppose we have ethyl group. We have ethyl group and isobutyl. So we have to check E or I, which one comes first in the alphabetical order. Then, so that is a tick mark for iso and neo. Suppose secondary and tertiary groups are present. So no need to consider this S and T for the alphabetical order. So remember iso and neo. We have to consider I and N while writing the name. So alphabetical order. Okay. Secondary butyl and tertiary butyl. So secondary in that S we are not considering. Similar to simple substituent and complex substituent. Okay, confusing, right? So how to do this one? So we have to take an example for that. So here we have an example. So here we have, so what is, can you name this substituent or branch? So we have studied in the last class, CH3 twice, then CH group. There are 3 carbon atoms. So that is propyl. Then what propyl? It is isopropyl. Isopropyl is a branch here. Then second, we have one more branch. So there are four carbon atoms. So it is a butyl group, butyl. Then this carbon is attached to our parent chain. So this is attached to two more carbon atoms. So secondary carbon. So I can say this is secondary butyl. So what is our rule? Iso and neo. So we have to consider I. Okay, secondary butyl, no need to consider this S. So we have to consider only B, that is butyl group. So here we have two groups, isopropyl, secondary butyl. So can you tell me which one, which branch I have to write first, isopropyl or secondary butyl? So anyone in the chat box, isobutyl or isopropyl or secondary butyl? So in this case, I have to consider. In this case, no need to consider S. I have to consider B only. B or I, which one will come first in the alphabetical order? So can you tell me? So very simple question, right? Alphabetic A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So you have to sing the song for that. So I can say this secondary butyl, that is B comes first. So I have to write secondary butyl first. Then after that, I have to write isopropyl. So that is the thing. So 5 secondary butyl. Then, of course, we have to add the position of this branch. So 5 secondary butyl. In the fourth position, there is isopropyl. Then count the total number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. There are 10 carbon atoms. That means dec. Then we have to add 8. So decade. So you have to remember this point. This is very important. ISO and NEO. These are the rules provided by IUPAC. I can't do anything. Okay. ISO and NEO, you have to consider. Secondary and tertiary, S and T, no need to consider. So in the case of secondary butyl, no need to consider S. We have to consider B. Okay. That's it. That's another rule. Then this is a question for you. So can you name this organic compound? Everyone should name this organic compound. What is the name of this organic compound? So I can say there is a complex substituent present. So how to start the naming? This complex substituent is attached to the parent chain to this carbon. So the numbering should be started from that carbon. Okay. So parent carbon chain, that is numbered. So I'm waiting for your answers, Srigakulam students or other JNV students. So I'm waiting for your answers, JNV Nasik. Okay, Nasik students are there. Okay, I have visited Nasik once. Once, named twice, I think. Then JNV Sadara, they are regularly attending the classes. Great. Then one admin is also there. Okay, great. So how to start numbering this branch? So I can say this is first, this is first, this is second, this is third. So complex substituent. So that means a substituent is present. Some small atoms are attached to that one. So I can name it as second position. There are 2 methyl groups. So I have to write 2 dimethyl. Complex, right? So I have to add them inside a bracket. Then I have to indicate the position of this complex substituent. It is present in the 5th position of our parent carbon atom. So 5, 2 dimethyl. Then after that, you have to add what? 1, 2, 3. So that is a propyl group. So that is our propyl group. So it is ready. So we have got the name of our complex substituent. Next, what we have to do? So we have to count the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. How many carbon atoms? There are 9. 9 means, so what is the word root for 9? That is non. Is there any double bond or triple bond? No. So I can say that is non-name. Okay. Okay. I'm getting response from some students. Yeah, good. I'm getting the answers. Shiga Gulami, again, wonderful job. So let us check whether the answer is correct or wrong. So non-name, yeah, that is great. So parent chain, non-name, non 9 carbon atoms. Then branch chain, that is 2 dimethyl propyl. Great. Then it is in the 5th position, 5 2 dimethyl propyl nonane. So JNV Srigakulam students, the answer is correct. So you are following the right path. It's great. Okay. So one more question, previous year questions. Can you give me the correct answer for this one? So you have to identify the longest carbon chain. Then after that, identify the branches. Then go for the alphabetical order. So let me count. So I will give you 30 seconds to give the correct answer for this previous year question. So I'm counting from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. Suppose I am counting from this side. So I will change it. Yeah, I'm getting the answers. Great, great, great. Yeah, again, GNB Sri Gagulam students, we will check it. Then from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct, right? So that is not the longest carbon chain. So we have to check the longest carbon chain. That is our first one. Then after that, we have to check the branches present. Okay, JNB Nasik students, right. So we will check it. So here, first, second, third. In the third position, just a second. In the third position, so we have just a second, some technical issues. Okay. I took the white color. That's why it's not showing. So third position, I have a methyl group, right? Then fourth position, I have an ethyl group. So which one should be written first? Ethyl group or methyl group? Which one? Can you tell me? 3-methyl or 4-ethyl? So alphabetical order, E is first. So 4-ethyl or 3-methyl? Which one is first? Yeah, great. YouTube, yeah, I got the correct answer. So which one is the correct one? Yeah, JNV Srigakulam students. Okay. So we are learning the things. If you are making mistakes, that is good. So we will study the things. Okay. So 4-ethyl, 3-methyl. Then how many carbon atoms in the parent chain? That is 8 carbon atoms. So I can say it is octane. So we can call it as 4-ethyl, 3-methyl octane. So that is a neat previous year questions. We have solved that. So identify the number of carbon atoms, the parent carbon chain. Then identify the branches. Then go for the alphabetical order. Third position methyl, fourth position ethyl. Yeah, JNV Srigakulam students, great. Ethyl and methyl. Yeah, great. So we have studied about the simple rules. Now we are going to study about the functional group. So only we have to name the organic compounds considering having only one functional group, or I can say containing mono. Mono means one. Mono functional groups. So let us check it. There are so many functional groups present. So first we will go for mono functional group. Then after that, we will write an organic compound with 2 or more functional groups. Okay. So first, carboxylic acid. We have studied carboxylic acid. So this is the structure, carboxylic acid. If carboxylic acid is present in our organic compound, then we can call it as oic acid. So we have to end the name with last case ane, right? Single bond ane. Here it is oic acid. If it is ester, then that is OAte. Okay, so first we will go for suffix. We are considering only one functional group. So no need to worry about the prefix. Then in NCERT, the table is given. The next class, you have to study what is a prefix given for carboxylic acid, that is carboxy. If it is coming as a suffix, we are using oic acid. Suffix means that is if it is a primary functional group, we have to use suffix. So we will go for the example. Then acid halides, that is COX. So it is named as oil halide. Suppose it is COCl. So what is the name? Oil chloride. Right. If it is COBr, then bromide. So that is a name. Then amides. So if the amides are present, if only amide is present, so suffix is amide. There are 2 functional groups. So one is more prior. Okay, priority order we will check. Then we have to use amide if it is a prefix carbamide. Okay, so in NCERT, this is given carboxylic acid, oic acid, esters, OAte, acid halides, oil halides. So amides, amide, that is the name of this functional group. Some more functional group again. So if aldehydes are present, if it is a primary functional group, then it will end with R. The name of the organic compound will end with R. Then if it is ketone is present, then on or one, right? On is used. Then if the ketone group is used as a prefix, then oxo we have to use. So we will study with the example only. We can understand, we can study the IUPAC nomenclature. This thing you have to understand. So you have to study these things before the next class. So nitriles means C triple bond N. So if it is a suffix, we have to use nitrile. So NCERT it is given, no need to worry about that. Now just listen to this. So amines is present. Amines, then we have to write amine. If alcohol is present, we have to use all. Okay. If alcohol is present as a primary or a prefix, okay, if it is a prefix, hydroxy is the name for that. Then sulfonic acid is present. Then we have to use sulfonic acid, that is a suffix. Suffix means the last thing that we have to add. Then if it is prefix, prefix means Virat Kohli, Mr. That is a prefix. So sulfur. Then nitro. What about nitro? Sir, nothing is given here as a suffix. So what about that? Is there any name? Yeah, nitro. So it is considered as a prefix only. It is only acting as a branch. So if you see nitro group, you can consider it as a branch. It is not coming as a primary functional group. Okay, so you have to remember nitro group. So alkanes. So we have alkanes. We have studied a alkenes, E, alkynes, I. Then halides again. This is vacant. So halides, we can consider it as a branch. No need to consider it as a suffix. So this is a table. So you have to study about this functional group. If it is coming as a suffix, what is the name given? If it is coming as a prefix, what is the name given? This is a homework for you. Before the next class, we have to practice so many questions. So before practicing that, you should be able to identify the name of each and every functional group. That is very, very important. So this is a homework question for you. Homework work or assignment for you. NCERT, read the NCERT textbook, functional group. Okay. So let us do this. Let us go for some examples. So first we have to identify the functional group in the compound. So I have mentioned we are studying about monofunctional group. That means only one functional group is present in our organic compound. If two functional groups are coming, then there is priority order. Which one should be given first number? Okay, we will study the priority order also. So can you tell me which is a functional group present in this organic compound? So can you tell me what is a functional group present in this organic compound? Anyone in the chat box? I'm waiting for your answers. So what is a functional group present here? Here we have OH group. Yeah, great. Yeah, OH is a functional group. So what is the name for that? Yeah, alcohol. Great, great. Alcohol. So only alcohol is present here. Yeah, Gen V Nasik, Gen V well, then okay, good. Yeah. You're naming the compound also. That is great from your side. Yeah. So OH is a functional group. Then next rule. So what is the next rule? OH, alcohol. So it is the a suffix. If alcohol is acting as a suffix, we have to use OL. Okay. Then we have to number this parent carbon chain. Always our functional group should get lowest number. So I'm numbering from right. So right to left. So our OH group is getting second number. So that is a lower number, right? Low number. So that is correct. Then suppose I am writing, I am naming or I'm giving numbering from left to right. Then this will get 4. The number is 4. That is not correct. So I don't have to consider that. Yeah, Nasik students, yeah, great. You know everything. That is great. So first one is correct. First numbering is correct. Second numbering, that is wrong. So we have to find the word root. So how many carbon atoms? There are 5 carbon atoms. So second position, there is an OH group. So word root is pen, 5 carbon atoms. Second one, so we have suffix, 2 kinds of suffix, right? There is primary suffix, there is secondary suffix. There are no double or triple bond, only single bond. So we have to use a single bond. So that is a primary suffix. Then alcohol is a functional group. So that is a secondary suffix. So we have to use all. So in the position, that is second position. So what is the name of this one? Pentanol. So what about this E? So we are removing that. Why? This all, that is O. You know about vowels, right? A, I, O, U. If the vowels are coming, then in the pendane, we are removing this E. Then we will write pentanol. So you have to remove that E from the name. So pentanol is a correct name for this functional group. I hope it is clear to you. You have already given the correct answer. Okay, you have to check it. Pentanol. pendant 5 all, you also have to include the number 2 or 5. Okay, so you have to correct that one. I hope now it is clear to you. Okay, so pendant to all, the position of this OH group is second. So students, is it clear to you how to name that? So position for OH group should get lowest position. So suffix, we are using all. Then pendant, we are removing this E. Why O? All, this O is a vowel. So we are removing this E. So I hope it is clear to you. Then one more. So can you tell me the name of this organic compound? So what is the name of this organic compound? So first we have to start from this side. So what is the name of this one? This is a carboxylic acid. This functional group, that is C double bond OH, that is a carboxylic acid. If carboxylic acid is coming as a suffix, we have to use oic acid. Okay, then we have double bond, we have triple bond. So start the numbering from the carbon atom of this carboxylic functional group. So we have to start numbering from this carbon onwards, then start numbering. So you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what about the position of double bond? Second position, double bond. Then fourth position, there is a triple bond. Then one more rule. So if there is double bond and triple bond, always name this double bond first. That means while writing, you have to mention the double bond first. After that, you have to write the name of a triple bond. That is a rule. Yeah, great, great. Pendant to all. You two friends, I'm getting the answers. Then, so these are the rules. Can you name the compound now? Organic compound. Position. Position. First position, our carboxyl group is present. Second position, there is a double bond. Fourth position, there is a triple bond. Okay. Then if carboxylic acid is coming, oic acid, that is a secondary suffix. Then primary suffix, there is double bond, triple bond. Ene and ine we are using. So can you name the organic compound? Anyone in the chat box? So naming is, first we have word root. After the word root, we have to mention our double bond first. After that only triple bond. This is another rule. First double bond in the name, then second our triple bond. So in the second position, we have a double bond, 2-ene. If double bond and triple bond is coming together, we are removing this E from that. Yeah, great. Okay, I'm getting the answers, but something is missing. What is missing? The position of this group. Okay, so 2-ene. In the fourth position, we have triple bond, ine. So there is E. That E is missing, right? So oic acid, again O is a vowel. We are removing that E. So hex 2-ene for inoic acid. This is the name of that one. So here, in the case of this functional group, we have to start numbering from this carbon itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have to indicate the position. Is that clear to you? Students in the Zoom chat box, you can give me the answer. Yeah, YouTube, I'm getting the response. So one mistake that you have done is you have missed the position of this functional group. So you have to mention the position. Yeah, good. Yep, that's great. So ene comes before ine in the name, no matter what the locant numbers are. That is a rule here. Sen, this is here. Our time is almost over. Okay, so this is a homework question for you. What is the correct IUPAC name for the compound? So I will give you one more order. So suppose we have a functional group that should be numbered first. Okay, then we have a multiple bond. So multiple bond that has second priority. Then third one. Okay. Yeah, you two friend, I'm getting the answers. Okay, I have given the correct answer here. Then third one, number of carbon atom. Okay, so we have to select the longest parent chain, right? So before that, functional group should be numbered 1. Then if there are no functional group, then multiple bond. So can you name this one? So homework question for you. Can you name this one? So how to name? So double bond. There is no functional group, right? OH group, oic acid, carboxylic acid, nothing is there. So we have to go for multiple bond. So we have to start numbering from our multiple bond. That means our double bond. Then find the longest carbon chain. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you can try it this wise also. 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then one more rule. This parent chain should contain more number of substituent groups. So I'm taking this numbering, and this is a branch that is 1, 2, 3. So that is our propyl group. This is our propyl group. Then what about this one? 1, 2. This is our ethyl group. These two are our branches. So we have to mention the name of the branch. Then you have to name. So this is a homework question for you. So you have to do this. I have given the hint already. Okay. So in the next class, I will ask you which is the correct answer. Then there are no complex substituent present here. No need to add this parenthesis and everything. Okay, friends. So we will stop it here. I hope you have studied some rules to name these organic compounds. In the next class, we will study about some more examples. It's very important to solve these examples. Then only we can get good marks in CBSE exam or the entrance exam. Okay. So if everything is fine, give me some thumbs up or yeah. Okay. So we will stop it here. So this is a homework question for you. You have to do it. So you have attempted all the questions. You have done a brilliant job, but some mistakes in between, some mistakes were there. So in the next class, you have to remove all these mistakes and you have to get the correct answer on. For that, you have to practice it. In NCERT, the functional group and what is the suffix, what is the name of the prefix. You have to study that in the next class and you have to come. Then thank you guys. We will meet in the next class. Bye-bye then. Okay, all the JNV students, JNV Satara, JNV Kondia, JNV Akola, a lot of JNVs here. That is very good. So we will learn it together. We will crack it together. Okay, then. Bye-bye, friends. Okay, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Rajkot students. Bye then. We have next class, right? You can attend the next class. We will study this organic chemistry in the next class.